As the Cubs chase to get all-star third baseman Alex Bregman continues, one potential signing that the Cubs really haven't been linked to could be slowing the market down, and that's Japanese star Kazuma Okamoto. And he's a third baseman from Japan that could be a difference maker. He's posted on January the 2nd. So we're going to talk about why that could be why the Alex Bregman thing's kind of slowed up. Some of the same teams are interested in getting a third baseman in both guys. So we'll talk about that right here on the Cubs Baseball channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell. Hope you're having a great holiday, guys, and let's get this show started. Thank you for being here. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers. Is that too much to ask on these holidays? All right. Hope you guys are doing great. Mick Gillespie here, Cubs Baseball channel. AveD, hit the QR code there. Be a part of what we're doing. And thank you for joining Mick Nation. That's where we have all of our stuff. All right. Including games and cash prizes and all of that stuff. Fun, all free for you. Not free for us. Anyway, all right, let's get into this right away. As we sit right now, the Cubs are kind of falling back a little bit on some of the elite back-end bullpen guys, right? They didn't get Diaz. They didn't get Suarez. They didn't get Fairbanks. They didn't spend that money. We project that the Cubs are going to sign a front-end starter and possibly a third baseman. One guy we have not talked about is Kazuma Okamoto, right? He's a guy posted right now from Japan, and he would be a much more economical choice than Alex Bregman. But here's the thing. Alex Bregman is the better player. He's the proven commodity. And if the Cubs lose Kyle Tucker, which we think they're going to, having Bregman could be what helps the Cubs get there. Now, John Heyman, who is a baseball insider, basically said that there's 6 teams that are looking at adding a third baseman, whether it be Bregman or Okamoto, right? The Angels, the Pirates, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Cubs, and the Diamondbacks. Now, this one, a lot of smoke with Okamoto potentially going to the Pirates, right? You can get him for maybe 2 years, $39 million. It's certainly a bit of a stretch, but if he comes over and performs and he hits home runs, you're feeling good about it. Now, the Cubs feel like they're really close. And if you're close, then you want a player that's going to help you get over the top. And that guy could be Alex Bregman. And for the last 2 years during the offseason, the Cubs have been very aggressive as they try to add Alex Bregman, right? He opted out of his contract, and he's looking for that multi-year deal that he didn't get a season ago, right? He didn't get that from the Red Sox, and they gave him a good enough deal for him to sign, but he also had options and opted out, right? So that gave his agent the opportunity to do this all over again. So he's 31. He's going to be 32. He'd love to get a 5 or a 6 year contract around 155 to 171. Now, he may not be getting that, right? He'd love to get, $31 million a year. And who wouldn't in his spot, right? Generational wealth. The thing I can tell you is that when he was hurt last year, the Red Sox weren't very good. When he was healthy, they were a really, really good team. So, he walked away from $80 million over 3 years with Boston had he continued that contract. So he's going to want to do better than that. A lot of the projections, again, say that he's going to get that money because of the power, because of the average, because of the defense, the leadership, and all that stuff, the ability to help you win. So where does that put us with this deal? Okay, well, January 2nd is when Okamoto is posted. So that, I love this. And how many times have I talked about this with other, Japanese players, right? Like Imai, like the fact that it's January 4th with him. You either got to get it done or he walks away, right? He's got to go back to Japan. He's an interesting guy because of what he was able to accomplish in Japan, right? Okamoto, power and average combination. When you give him a scout grade of 55, he basically combines raw power and ability to hit home runs from all fields. He hit 41 home runs in 2023, and they grade that out to be 25 home runs in the major leagues, when you compare it to what he was able to do in Japan. But he's also known as the Young General. That is his nickname. He's a 6-time NPB All-Star. He's a 3-time home run champ over there. And he's also known for having experience in high leverage situations. He had a really big home run, you guys probably remember, in the 2023 World Baseball Classic final against our team USA, right? But he's pretty good defensively. He can play first or third base. And, he turns 30 in June. So he's 29 years old right now. It's interesting because the window, I think I said January 2nd, January 4th is when his window's up, according to my records. Will the Cubs go after this guy? Or is it going to be, hey, he signs with one of these teams? Like if he signed with the Red Sox, well, that would take the Red Sox off, and then it would be down to 5 teams. And when you look at the 5 teams that are left, you feel pretty comfortable with the Cubs' spending power, going up against teams like the Angels and the Pirates, right? Okamoto could get, I think I mentioned this before, more than $34 million. And, over 2 years, maybe you feel like that's just, you're not locked in as much. But is he going to be the kind of guy that leads you to the World Series like Alex Bregman, who's a 2-time World Series champion, right? So anyway, that's where we are right now with this. And I thought it was worth talking about, not a whole lot of news going on with Christmas and everything else, but this is going to pick up fast. And I'm wondering if by the time you see this video, if this ball isn't already rolling, right? Because it feels like you could have both of these guys off the board within, hours of each other, just based on the fact that teams are going to be aggressive. Because if you lose one of these guys, then all of a sudden you're looking at a spot where you're like, hey, we got to have somebody for this position and be aggressive there to go get them. All right, look, short show today. Hope you're having a great holiday. Look at this guy right here. A little Grateful Dead Christmas sweater for you as we hang out with you here in the nation's capital today. Hey, like, subscribe, thumbs up, get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. What is your favorite Christmas song? Somebody give me that. Your favorite Christmas song, because I got a couple new favorites this Christmas. And that happens every year, right? Sometimes you find one from way back and you're like, hey, I didn't know about this one. Although we've heard most of those Christmas songs over the years. Hey, don't forget about our AveD. Hit the QR code right there. Be part of Mick Nation as we give away cash and also swag as well. Hope you're having a fantastic holiday. If something breaks, we'll jump on. And from the bottom of my heart, hope you guys are having a great holiday.